Good morning, guys. Welcome back to GDS Academy channel. This is what we have here for today: symbolic logic. I'll be taking you guys on symbolic logic. So let's quickly go through the rough definition of logic. You can say logic is a proper or reasonable way of thinking about something. Okay, it considers the kind of logical reasoning that is used in everyday language. For example, if today is Friday, then Frank V plays soccer, and today is Friday. From the truth of these two statements, we can conclude that Frank V plays soccer. So, as you can see, that is the logic about it. Logic is also the study of the form of argument. Then, what we have here next is the proposition and the connectives. The next one is the proposition and connectives of logic. So a proposition is a statement that is not a question or command, that is either true or false. We use the lowercase letters such as P, Q, and R to denote the preposition. Note that all these signs listed here, these are the English form of it. For example, the first one here is represent not P. Then this P or Q, P and Q, P then Q. So whenever you see these signs, you know what it means. Therefore, alright. The next one is the breaking down of logic. So the first one is the negation. And it says, if P is a preposition, then the preposition not P or the negation of P is false if P is true, and is true if P is false. You can see this is the negation of the logic here. If P is true, then the negation of P is false. Then if P is false, the negation of P is true. I hope I'm clear on that. And if you don't understand, can always comment in the comment section below. Then this is the disjunction of disjunction logic. And it says if P and Q are prepositions, then preposition P or Q or the disjoint of P and Q is true if P is true or Q is true, or if both are true and is false otherwise. So with all those statements, this is what it means. If P and Q is true, then the disjunction of P and V, P or V is what? True. If it's true or false, then it is still true. Even if P and Q is false, and then if P is false and Q is true, is false, then it is false. So if you note that it is only when you have P and Q is false, that's when you have false. The other one is true. Hope you get. Truth will give us truth. Truth false give us truth. False truth will give us truth. Then it is only when you have false, that's when you have false. I hope you are clear on that. So for the conjunction, is like the opposite of disjunction, and it is noted by the sign and. This is or, this is and. So once you say it's the opposite, then when you have truth, it's not as if it's the opposite, but it's similar. Once you have truth, you have truth. When you have truth false, you have false. When you have false true, you have false. Then when you have false, you also have false. Similar to this. Can you see? Here, in as much as you have a false in it, then it will be false. But for here, in as much as you have a truth in it, it will be true. So I hope you guys understand. When P is Q, P is truth and Q is truth, you have truth. That's the only way we have truth there. Then the rest is false. If you have any question on this, you can ask. So it says if P and Q are propositions, then proposition P then Q is false if P is true and Q is false, but is true otherwise. So this is what they are talking about. They said it is false if P is what? True and Q is false. So this is the only point that we have false, because P is true and Q is false. Therefore you have false. Or otherwise true. That means P then Q. For this one, true, you have true. False and true, you have true. False and false, you have true because it says it can only be false if P is true, then Q is false. If you have a question on this, alright, so this is an example for you guys, and it says consider the preposition P and Q. P, that is 4 plus 5 is even. Q, 12 plus 8 is odd. Then you are told to express it, all of this, you express it in English sentence, not negation of P, negation of Q, P and Q, P or Q, P then Q. So first of all, the first step in solving this is, you know that this is false because 4 plus 5 is 9, therefore it's not even, therefore this is false. Then Q, 12 plus 18 is not odd, is even, so you have false. You have false because this, therefore the first one. Alright, so here's the solution. For this first one is negation of P. So the negation of P means it's true, right? Then if it's true, therefore 4 plus 5 is not even. Why? Because it's true. Can you see? Then for negation of Q, 12 plus 18 is or that is negation of it is also true. Therefore 12 plus 18 is not odd. It is not odd because they are both what? False, therefore true. Get. If you have a question on this, kindly ask before we move to the next one. If you note in our previous class, the next one, before we came here, we have P or Q and we have false or false, it will eventually give us false. So therefore your answer here is false. And once our answer is false, that means these are correct. 4 plus 5 is even, or 12 plus 18 is odd. Why? Because it's still false. Then the next one is what? And conjunction. When we have false and false, to still give us false. Therefore, our 4 plus 5 here is still even. And 12 plus 18. So for the fifth one, P then Q. And we have no P and Q is false. Remember, when you have false then false, it will give us true. So once it gives us true, then this will be 4 plus 5 is not even, and 12 plus 18 is not odd. Why? Because it's true. And once it's true, then therefore this will be reversed. P then Q. So I guess I'm going to be rounding up for today. Thank you very much for watching our video. Kindly like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to see you in the next class.